video. Now today we're having a look at country soloing, and we're going to have a look at how you can create kind of flowing lines like I did at the beginning there. There's a couple of tricks I can show you, and we're doing this in the key of E. Okay, now with a country you know, kind of thing, if you've got this kind of thing, it's a train beat, and when you're playing over it, you're thinking of 16th notes. That's 1 ender, 2 ender, 3 ender, 4 ender. So you want to kind of keep a flow going. So there's a few tricks, like I say, to keep going. Now, this is really blending major and minor pentatonics together with some chromatics and some other ideas which I'll show you thrown in. So I'm going to assume you know the major and minor pentatonic scales. There's tons of, you know, things on it online. You can have a look. I've even done a course on it. I'll put below if you want. So now what I'm going to do though, let's see if you can do this shape first. And instead of playing it in the usual place, I'm going to do this. This is used in country a lot. So this is the major pentatonic scale in E. Starting on the E, you've got the second, the third, the major third, the fifth, the sixth, and back to the root again. Okay. Great. And of course you're back on an E there, so you could repeat that. Okay, if you wanted to, but let's just stay on this thing here. Now, what can we do with this? Well, if we play this over a backing track, see how it sounds. We just play that. Sounds pretty good. By the way, I'm just playing E over all of the changes just to keep it simple so you can get an idea, and then you can expand it. Okay, now what can we do with this? Well, first of all, that sounds pretty good as it is, doesn't it? What I did was I pulled off that sixth note, that C sharp to the B. Sounds pretty country. But what we're going to try and do is add some chromatics to that. So here's your E note, and chromatics is really all the notes in between the proper notes. So proper note, proper note, proper note, proper note, you know, and proper note. So all those notes from the major scale are the proper notes. Okay, but we've got these notes in between. There's one here, there's one here, and one here, and then you're back to the E. So you can, all right, so you're filling in the gaps there, chromatics. So how would that sound if we did that with the back? Sounds a bit more flowy now, doesn't it? Okay, now there's another little trick we can do. So you can use the chromatics. You can also use a thing called backcycling. Backcycling is kind of what you're doing is going between notes to kill some time. So instead of, say we had, can you see I'm really just, so that doesn't sound too good on its own, does it? But when you add it to with the chromatics, maybe start on the E here. Okay, so there we go. That's sounding kind of more flowy now, just adding the, you know, just the scale in itself sounds good because it's major. Then adding the chromatics, then the backcycling. Okay, now what about the minor pentatonic scale? Well, what I try and do here is I'm keeping in mind that here's the major, and that note, one back from the major third, is the minor. So when you're doing that move, that's the major, that's the minor, that's the major, back to the E. And that sounds great, doesn't it? You hear that a lot. Again, flowy. And then, there we go, because it's repeating there. There it is again. Can you hear? I mixed all those things there. You know, I had the major. There, that's major. I could go to minor. And there, you know, I'm doing some back cycling, you know, and also some chromatics. Whatever you need, really. Round again. So you can use the bends as well. You see I bent a bit there, didn't I, from that major into the minor. And you can pop it with your middle finger. And, you know, back cycling. That note there, that's a C sharp. C sharp, is that in the scale? Yeah, that's the 6, isn't it? So you can have those. Those kind of things. So that gets you back to the E again. So there we go. So use the shape in summary. Add some chromatics, fill in the gaps. Filled in everything there. Use some back cycling. Okay, really good. And don't forget to blend the major and minor pentatonic scales together. There we go. And again, you're just working in one position. You're not worrying about the changes. If you were worrying about the changes, here's in E. What would we do for the A? Start in the A. What would we do for the third chord? The B. Go to the start on the B. Back to E. So once you get used to one kind of shape doing these chromatic things, then of course you're just moving it around, but that takes a bit of time. So just stay in one shape. Get used to flowing using those ideas. It takes a while, you know, takes how long it takes you, you know. So don't worry if it takes a year or 2 years, or maybe if you're great, you get it much quicker. Don't worry about that. It's all right. You know, it took me a long time to get it and to kind of also work out what was going on, because I watched a lot of lessons and, you know, people would explain, oh, here's a country bend, but then what I was interested in was how you get that flow, you know. So I hope that helps. Let me know how you go. See you in the next video.